Marco. Stalker. I love my life. 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 None of we don't know where tomorrow might bring, cause the future the hours away. So me I live my life today. Me I live my life today. Yeah, so love me make me talk when I want to talk. Me have enough to say. So me I go live my life today. Me I go live my life today. So everybody help me sing it out. Me love my life. Me love my life. Me love my life.
Hey, so welcome to Ventana. I thought today I would give you a quick little tour of the boat so you can see our home. We'll start in the galley, I think. It's where we spend most of our time, in this main salon area. We have a nice little 3-burner Force 10 stove with a cute little oven. Got some pots and pans stored in there. It's amazing. We love our Force 10. Got a little more storage underneath there for pots and pans, spices and herbs and cups up top here. Cutting boards in the back corner. Our teapot for making tea and coffee. We have a nice little stainless sink. We wish it was a little bit bigger, but we've seen smaller. Our dish rack I cleaned up before you guys came. So behind our dish rack is our documentation number and our tonnage. And in that back corner over there we have a little Xantrex inverter, but we're actually taking that out because we just installed a new one. We have our AC load center. Right now we're on the dock, so we've got the AC power on and the outlets on and the battery charger on. Down here we have our refrigerator. Opens up like this, or you can take the whole top off. It's got basically that cold little ice box, which is cold enough to make ice and keep things frozen. And that cools the whole inside there. Got a little light here. It's pretty empty right now. We need to go do a provisioning, but it works. We wish it was a little bit bigger. We're big foodies, so before we take a big trip, I think we're gonna install something a little bit bigger. We've got bowls, plates, Nestor's cranberry juice, and then some odds and ends storage up there. We've got our breaker box for all the different electrical systems on the boat. The companionway to get in and out. We got some fishing poles up here, the spear gun. All of our charts hang here from the ceiling. We're thinking about making some new stairs that take up a little less room. We're young and agile, so. And then this is our main salon area right here off the galley. It's kind of wide open plan. 2 little settees here. They both have storage underneath. And you move these cushions behind it. We have all kinds of storage. We got the guitar back there, the hot knife, our Dyson. This is our Xantrex battery monitor. Our voltage right now is 13.5, 100%, because we're hooked to the dock. And this is our charge controller. Says right now that we are charging and the batteries are full. It's kind of doing like a float charge. I think it's only putting in 0.3 amps, 0.2 amps right now because we're fully charged. That's our new inverter over there in that corner. Super slimline and conveniently placed. We have a bunch of storage up there. Our bookshelf. My massage balls. Can't live without them. This is our full-length mirror. We love that. Gotta look proper when we go out. We have a great little hatch up here. Lets in some extra air. But we have the AC on right now, so it's not open. This is our table right here. Flips up, folds out, so we can eat. And that's very nice. This is an awesome little ottoman I got at Marshall's. It's got all kinds of storage inside it and can turn into a little coffee table when we need it to. Love that. Kind of our electronic corner. We have our 12-volt TV. Pulls out and over. Behind there we have all our electronic goodies and the stereo. It's normally where we have the computer and everything stored. This is our emergency beacon. If it ever gets wet or gets turned on, if the boat's sinking or whatever, that's how they find us and come save us, hopefully. This is our special little altar area collection of awesome things that we've found over the years or have been given that are special and meaningful. It's where we keep all that stuff. This is our autopilot, my flute, a bunch of little odds and ends up there. Behind here, we have all kinds of storage, which is really convenient and makes the couch more comfortable for laying on. And I think that's it. Behind here, we have our engine. We have a Janmar 3GM30F, and we actually rebuilt it probably about 5 years ago. We had some problems with a little oil line that runs right up against our hull that got a little rusty, and possibly there was also some problems with our vented loop, and so we ended up having to take her out and rebuild her. Cost us about $5,000. Nestor did all the work with a friend of his, so we didn't have to pay anyone to do it, and that was amazing. And she's run really pretty perfectly since, knock on wood. So let's see, we have our alternator here, which I believe is just like one of those cheap alternators you buy for a car, self-regulated. We used to have a Balmar, and this is the old controller for that, and we had nothing but problems with it. High output, but the controller blew, the alternator blew. It was just one problem after another. This is our freshwater strainer. It basically has a strainer inside that the salt water that cools the engine comes in through to make sure no seaweed or anything gets into our engine. This is our propane hot water heater. It works awesome. It's hooked to our propane tanks outside, and we have an electric diode out there for safety. And then it comes to this right here, which opens and closes the gas to that so that it's not always supplied with gas for double safety reasons. We have our Raptor fuel filter, which basically just filters out any water or anything that gets into the fuel before it goes into the engine. And I believe that is our coolant over there. Little negative bus bar down here. Our water pump is down there. We have a SureFlow. I believe it does 3 or 4 gallons an hour, something like that. And then down here, we have our starting battery, which is just a cranking Marine Pro Start. Can't see how many amp hours or anything there is on there, but that's just its own bank just for starting the engine. We have an under sink water filter down there. That is just an extra filter from our water tanks. And then this is our bilge down here. It's the lowest lowest part of the boat where everything falls to. And we have 2 bilge pumps down there. Both of them are manual, on and off right now. We used to have a floating foot on one of them, and it was always getting stuck and messed up, and so we decided to take it off, and we need to now install an automatic switch. That way if the water level gets to a certain height, the bilge pumps automatically turn on. And yeah, that's about it for the engine room. So behind this door is the head. It's pretty tiny in here. Got like our toiletries and stuff up here. All my jewelry hangs here on this light. Little mirror. Toothbrushes. Little head sink, which I love. I can't believe there's boaters out there that don't use their head sink. This is one of our bigger closets. Got a bunch of shelving and stuff in there. And over in the corner is our water maker back there. We have a Spectra water maker. Makes 15 gallons an hour, and we love it. Could not live on the boat without it. Can't imagine. It's 12 volt. It's amazing. And on the other side, we have the head. Little fan up here for when you're pooping and you don't want to be hot. Little garbage mounted on the wall there. It's the toilet. So this is the v-berth where we sleep. We have some storage drawers here, and we keep all our towels and stuff in here. Little Miranda artwork hanging. We have a couple portholes here and here for a little cross ventilation. This is our closet right here. I recently took the door off because it was always getting a bit musty in there for some reason. So I'm gonna make something where more airflow gets in and out, because now it seems to be fine. See, we usually have a couple fans in here, so we're nice and cool. All of our clothes are stored up top there in this closet here, or down here under the bed. We have a couple drawers, 2 each. Actually, some of those have like sheets and towels and stuff. We have some rope and stuff stored there, some shoes down below, some more shoes over here that we use more often. Our dirty laundry bag is always under here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a little light over here. I'd like to run some rope lights for a little mood lighting in here, but it's pretty comfy. One of my requirements for a boat was that I fit on the bed full length without hanging off. So this small boat has a pretty big v-berth. I fit in here just fine. And we sleep with our heads up here. Some people do that. But we found that we needed less room for our heads and our arms and more room for our legs to move around. So we're pretty comfy. It's a nice wide v-berth. And this big hatch up here gives us a great breeze and good airflow. Ventana is a 1963 Pearson Alberg design. She is 35 feet with a 28-foot water line and draws 5.5 feet. We love her classic lines and long overhangs. Alright, so here we are outside on Ventana on the deck of the boat. I'm here in the cockpit, and we'll start the tour here. We have our awesome cockpit table. I think I told you guys about in a earlier episode. It moves around, spins in every direction. and works awesome. On the boat, we can kind of just keep it spun this way and off to the side and still be able to use the companionway, which is great. We have a Raymarine GPS and depth sounder, speed monitor, and this is a little mount here that we have for our iPod when we hook that up to the Raymarine GPS, so we can see a little bit bigger, a little bit better quality. Our Dodger here, Nestor and I made, 5 years ago, something like that, with a friend of ours. It was our first sewing project. It came out really good. We have our 2-speed winches, Hutton and Arco, and those are great. Maybe a bit bigger than what would normally have been on this boat, but really, really nice. We just put them on not that long ago, and makes a huge difference to have the self-tailing 2-speed. We used to just have very simple 1-speed, not self-tailing, I think original winches, and that was a workout. We have our 2 propane tanks back here. In the middle is our tiller. In the back we have our wind generator. It is a Air Breeze with the quiet blades on there. We've spent some money on it, had it rebuilt and stuff, but it's really been great. And our solar panels, we have 2 big panels and 1 small panel, 1 on each side. And they have this great pipe here that adjusts so they can flip down like this or up depending on where we want them in the sun. Very convenient. We have our barbecue, which I think needs to be cleaned. We made some burgers last night. That's awesome. We love to grill up. This is our monitor wind vane off the back of the boat. Our autopilot, our mechanical autopilot, doesn't use any electricity and is great at steering the boat. Uses the wind and is extremely accurate. This is our Sitka spruce boom. It was one of the selling points for me and Nestor on the boat. When we saw that, we were just like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And our mainsail and the lazy jacks, we were just sailing yesterday, so we haven't put the cover on yet. This is our shower right here. Lifts right up, out, and has a little twist handle. And we usually just shower right back here on the back of the boat. Usually it's private enough that we can just get naked and do it. When we're close to other boats and stuff, you wear a bathing suit. And if you're really in a crowded anchorage, our favorite place is just right down there in the cockpit. We have our bimini, and these sides of it just roll right down. On both sides we have them, and in the back, so it gives you just a great little private spot here. We don't like to shower inside the boat because it leaves a lot of moisture, ends up getting moldy. Not really big fans of that. And then when you're done, you just put it right back. And it hides away just like that. All right, let's see, what else do we have here? Have another little solar panel there. We take in and out as we need to. It's not actually mounted anywhere. When we're at a calm anchorage, we put it out. When we're sailing and stuff, we take it in. You can see our Dodger a little bit there with the roll down sides on it. We made that and designed that ourselves. Got our little hatch that goes into the main salon area. Our bigger hatch that goes right above our v-berth. These are called Durade vents. They catch air and not water, and the other side of that vent is in our head, gives us a little extra air. Our spinnaker pole down there, and our roller furler up front. Someone gave us this roller furler, and it's so great. We love not having to come out on the foredeck to hank on sails and change sails. We can just reef it whenever we need to. And we have a big ass anchor. It's pretty giant for our boat, but it makes us feel nice and safe. I believe it is 23 kilograms. So pretty big for a 35-foot boat, but we like to throw it out and feel safe and not have to worry about it. This is our mast. Pretty tall mast. We got a big sail area. We have just a really simple winch on this side. This is the jib winch, which we rarely take up and down because of the roller furler. And then a bit better self-tailing winch on this side. This is the main halyard for taking the mainsail up and down. And actually, our boom is the first roller furler boom design. So if we wanted to set it up, we could easily furl our sail, and that would save us trouble when we were reefing and stuff. But apparently it's not the best design, considering that it was from 1963. So we don't usually use that. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll show you a view from the top. At the top of the mast, we have a little wind vane to see what direction the wind is coming from, our VHF antenna, our navigation lights, and some rigging. Well, that's it. This is Ventana. Hope you enjoyed the tour. See you next week.